Hey everyone, hope you're all having a nice day. Today, I'm going over my top 3 stock picks for the month of January. I know this is a highly anticipated video, especially since I only trade one stock per month, typically. I thought I would go ahead and lay out a few other stocks that may be in more interest by some people and may be priced a little bit better for other people's portfolios. I know my trades tend to be a little bit more expensive, and I've gotten comments in the past asking if I could recommend stocks that are a little bit cheaper in terms of the options price. So yeah, before I get further into the video, please leave a like on the video, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notifications. Again, I post all my trades here on YouTube. I don't sell anything. I don't have any cores, no Discord, nor will I ever sell anything to you guys. So this is a 100% transparent channel, and I'm just here sharing my ideas and my trades. And yeah, so let's get right into it. So I picked 3 stocks: Netflix, FANG, and Marvel. And these stocks tend to perform pretty well. Let me bring this over. So this is the seasonality chart on a 20-year backtest. I have the 3 stocks here. So you can see for the month of January, seasonality wise, Netflix goes up 70% of the time, Marvel goes up 70% of the time, and FANG goes up 73% of the time in the month of January. So with that being said, I went ahead and backtested this data through the options chain going back about 9 years. I only did about 9 years through Thinkorswim, but the data in the options chain 10 years back is good enough for my taste. So yeah, so the main point of this video was to kind of diversify my picks a little bit, because I usually trade one stock, or I swing trade one stock per month. And I know some people are more into diversifying their trades each month, or maybe, they can't, some people can't afford, a $2,155 per contract option on Netflix, for example. So I kind of gave a couple lower priced options that do perform well, typically perform well in the month of January. And the gains are still great. So for me, I'm entering Netflix as I have planned already, but I also handpicked a couple other stocks that some of you may be interested in. So yeah, pretty much all the data is here. I kind of tried to lay it out as simply as possible. I have each year here, so this is the buy and the sell of each trade for each stock for each year. So you can see I bought Netflix and then sold Netflix. Basically, if you are new to my videos, my strategy is to buy on the last day of the month and sell on the last day of the month. So I hold a stock for 30 days. And I swing trade, and I use options as my financial instrument to invest. So yeah, pretty much I laid out each purchase and sale for each year, for each stock, the price, right? So I bought this Netflix option for $17.05, sold it for $87.87, which translates to a 415% gain in 1 month. Same thing for FANG here. Bought it for $4.15, sold it for $7.60, translates to an 83% gain, and so on. So yeah, I thought I would kind of diversify this a little bit, and I'm kind of excited to share this. And I'm going to be watching these stocks, of course, as the days roll by. We're about to go into January, and like I said, I will be entering the Netflix position. Now, I tried getting as accurate as I could with the prices. Of course, these prices will change as we get closer to the end of the month. But you can see here, I laid out the options price. And if you're new to my channel, I enter on stocks that are I use the options contracts that are 45 days to expiration or higher. So I don't touch. For example, let's say today was December 29th and I wanted to enter my position for the month of January. I would not enter the 30 ADT. I would enter the 52 because that's the closest options contract to 45, or it's above 45. And then as far as the strike price that I choose whichever strike is closest to the 45 delta. If I see like 40 and 50 delta, I'll probably go with the 50 delta. So pretty much right outside the money. I just go like 1 or 2 strikes out of the money typically. You don't have to go exactly to the 45 delta. As long as you're at the money or just outside the money, that's the sweet spot I've found in my own back testing. So you could see here for Netflix, even though we're not down to the 29th, I won't be entering my Netflix trade until the 2nd of January. I'm going to be closing out my trades and not putting on a new trade until the new year starts, just for tax purposes. But if you followed my videos in the past, I typically, so for example, I will enter my trade. Let's use November as an example, or December. I will actually use October as an example. So I would buy on October 31st and then sell on November 30th. So I'm in the trade before November starts, and then I hold it till the last day of the month. In this case, I'm going to be, my current position that I'm in right now, I'm going to be selling early, and then I'm going to be opening my new trade a little bit later, just for tax purposes. But I hope that doesn't confuse anyone. You don't have to follow what I do. You don't have to do that. It's just, that's my own method. So yeah, Netflix is quite an expensive stock. Typically, when you see a higher underlying strike or underlying stock price, like here with Netflix, it's $491 per share. That will translate to a higher options price. But on the other hand, like Marvel tracks for a 49 delta is $288, so a lot more affordable. In case you have a smaller account, or maybe you want to risk a little bit less money with a new strategy, this is probably the way to go. Probably go with a lower priced stock. So yeah, but you can see the percentage returns, and you can see the seasonality. So basically, this is like kind of like a win rate. 73% for FANG, like I mentioned earlier, 70% for Marvel, and then 70% for Netflix. And then these are the gains for each year going back. And each stock can return nice gains, but you can also lose. So again, like I preach this in most of my videos, only risk what you are willing to lose. So if you only have like $1,000 account, then like only risk a certain amount that you're willing to lose. Usually the more money you have in an account, the better, because you have more flexibility. But even still, with a big account, if you put on too much risk with any size account, you can get burned pretty bad. So again, like put on these trades expecting to lose 100% of the money, but hope for the best at the same time, right? Like use that statistical edge, seasonal edge, or seasonal tendency in your advantage to hopefully make a gain. And like that's where the discipline and following your plan really comes into play. Like you have to stay disciplined with this strategy and be able to hold and stomach through a potential loss, in the hope of making a gain. So that's pretty much it. These are the stocks that I would recommend. Again, I'm going to be entering Netflix. I will be posting a video on my trade entry on January 2nd. Again, I would typically enter my new month trade, or like the next month trade. I would enter it, for example, here, December 29th, but I'm not, just because I want to close out my books for the tax year, just so it doesn't complicate my taxes as much. And I don't want to carry a unrealized loss, in this case for LLY, into the new year. Also, like options, they settle T+1 typically. So if you sell an option, let's say on the 29th, let's say you close your position on December 29th, it's not going to settle until the next business day. So in this case, it wouldn't settle until January 2nd. Stock market's closed on New Year's Day. So that's all. Hope that's not too confusing. But yeah, I hope this kind of opens your eyes. Again, like I back tested this through Thinkorswim using the on-demand feature. Really good feature. If you don't have it, I recommend opening a TD Ameritrade account or Charles Schwab. I think they've been bought out recently, so things are changing right now, but the feature's still here and it's great to use. It's fun to play around with. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. I wish you guys luck. Again, this is not financial advice. You can lose all your money doing this. So like, again, only risk what you're willing to lose and hope for the best, and use, stick to your plan. I have other videos explaining my plan over and over again. I try not to talk about it too much because I know a lot of you guys probably get sick of me repeating it. So yeah, but again, I appreciate you guys following along. Again, I'm going to post another video on January 2nd showing my Netflix position for the month of January. And yeah, that's about it. Also, oh yeah, and I'm going to be posting a video probably on the 28th, so this Thursday, showing my position for Eli Lilly. And if you're interested in that position is a loser this month. So we are down 75%. So quite a bit of a contrast from November. November, we did pretty good with that AMD trade, or I did good with the AMD trade. So let's hope for a good January. Let's hope that Netflix does well. Let's hope Fang and Marvel do really well too. If you're interested in looking at different stocks and want to know how to figure out other stocks, I have other videos showing how I pick stocks and what you can do to narrow down to a certain basket of stocks that could work out in your favor and make you money each month. So thank you so much, guys. Please leave a like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notifications, leave a comment if you enjoyed, and I appreciate you guys giving me your time. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.